Well, well, well. Ever heard of the Seiyou device? You probably have, but that's not the topic of today's video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Seiyou device's little brother, the custom wired mini keyboard with 3 keys, white, no characters. Or in other words, the cheapest keypad I could find on AliExpress. Now people buy keypads for all sorts of different reasons. One of them being that they don't want to break their very expensive custom keyboard. And you know, on the one hand, it makes sense. It's expensive and you don't want to break it. In reality, however, every key on most keyboards has about 80 million actuations before it actually starts to break. And even as an OS player, you are not reaching that number anytime soon. Now, that is not to discourage you from buying a keypad. If you really want to, then just do it. But it's good to sometimes be realistic and don't buy things you don't need. Now, as for our little friend here, as you can see, it's like the most basic thing ever, consisting of a whole 3 keys, which are very low quality, but you know, it kinda is to be expected. Kinda makes sense considering I paid a total of €3 for this thing, which is this much in freedom currency. So yeah, let's plug it in and see if it works. I like it how both the Seiyou device and this keypad look almost the same. They're both made of this like see-through plastic thing, but the cheap keypad has plastic on top and what looks like wood on the bottom, whereas the Seiyou device is just metal on top and metal on the bottom. Well, when you only pay €3, you gotta kinda adjust your expectations. Beggars can't be choosers, am I right? Okay, first of all, I'm curious what the default keybinds for this are. So this one is A, this one is B, and then this one is C. That's good to know, I guess. I wonder if you can rebind them using the Seiyou web thingy. Are you a Seiyou device? I'll know. Yeah, I don't think it is. Well, I guess I can just change my keybinds in O's, it's okay. Who thought it was a good idea to make it ABC? Regardless. Wait, I just noticed. It has RGB. Whenever you press a button, it lights up. That is so cool. You think it has rapid trigger? Yeah, no, it does not. Well, at least it has RGB, so it can be considered a gaming peripheral. Okay, one thing I want to say, it's very slippery. Thankfully, they provided these little thingies, which as far as I can tell are rubber standoffs you can put on the bottom of the keypad to prevent it from sliding around, which is exactly the issue I'm having. That seems to be good enough. Not very straight, but at the end of the day, neither is your dad, so... Oh yeah, that's like so much better. It doesn't slide anymore. Okay, I just missaying that completely. But to be honest, it doesn't even feel that bad. I played with the keypad for about an hour more, and what I can definitely say is that it's not bad. It doesn't have any weird ghost click issues and doesn't really have any issues as far as I could tell. Like, yeah, it's made from garbage and you can feel that it's made from garbage. It's like the cheapest piece of tech I've ever held in my life. But you know, at the end of the day, if you're just looking for something to play OS on, I don't really see an issue with buying this. Now with that said, I do want to mention that I just bought the thing, so in terms of durability, I cannot guarantee that it will survive past like 1 month of use. For all I know, it might die tomorrow. But on day 1, it really isn't even that bad. The only thing I really don't like about this is that you cannot rebind the keys, so you're just kind of stuck with ABC. But I guess that's kind of what you have to deal with when you cheap out this much. Is it better than the Seiyou device? Absolutely not. The Seiyou device feels better, it has rapid trigger, it has a screen, a knob, hot swappable switches, which this does not have. So if you do end up buying this, you're just kind of stuck with the no-name red switches that come pre-installed on this. Unless, of course, you want to solder your own. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna leave it at. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!